Hello, the Cheltenham Countdown YouTube channel is back for its weekly edition of episodes for the rest of 2024. One video per week, which starts from this week, like I said, on the last episode. You'll have one video released per week, I should say, for the rest of the year. This episode today is all about the preview for the November meeting, which starts back on Friday at Cheltenham for 3 days. So here it all is. So I'll have 2 races per day of the meeting previewed right here, right now on this episode. You'll have 2 for the Friday, 2 on Saturday and 2 on Sunday. The main races in the meetings will be previewed right here with my best bets and naps included towards the end of the video. I got a fair few bets that I'm placing and I have placed for the meeting. You'll have them all revealed towards the end of my episode. There are about 7 or 8 bets in total I have done, and I'm very sweet on a lot of them, to be honest. So we'll get through them towards the end of the video. But for now, we've got the 2 races on Friday to discuss: the novice chase over 3 miles and the Schlur chase. So let's get started. So the 3 mile listed novice chase on Friday has 4 runners: Springwell Bay, Highland, Buddy One and Resplendent Grey all feature. And in fairness, all 4 runners have won a race since the start of the season. For me, it was a toss-up between Springwell Bay and Highland here, as both horses have good course form around Cheltenham. Highland is probably the better form on the ground, has already won over the course and distance this season back in the October meeting, and at the prices, I thought Springwell Bay was far too short for this race. I did back Highland at 9-2 a few days ago, and that price isn't too bad at the moment. The other 2, Buddy One and Resplendent Grey, are decent horses in their own right and are good yardsticks. However, Highland, I think, will be the more progressive type going forward. He is who I'm siding with Nicky de Boinville and Nicky Henderson. I hope they start the meeting with a winner. The Schlur Chase is the second race I'm going to preview on Friday, and John Bon is the star attraction of the day. He's 4-11 at the moment and should comprehensively put away the other 3 runners. Edwardstone, Boot Hill and Unexpected Party are the other 3 in the race, but last year's winner John Bon is the class act here. I hope Nicky Henderson's form and horses will be back in good form, I should say, as obviously I've backed Highland in the previous race. It's a no-bet race for me here in the Schlur Chase, but I am excited to see how John Bon does run. Edwardstone will probably want the ground softer, and the other 2 runners are not at the level of John Bon at the moment, although Unexpected Party did win at the festival in the Grand Annual in March. The 2 races on Saturday to preview begins with the Grade 2 Arkle Trial Novices Chase. Lure de Sood is here for Dan Skelton and is odds on now for the race, ahead of Look Away for Neil King, currently a 7-2 price. Then there are other horses like Petit Tonnerre, San Salvador and more, but I do think it's a 2-horse race here. I have backed Look Away at 8-1 earlier in the week. For me, he's an underrated horse. Obviously, Lure de Sood looks the class horse in this, but I wouldn't put money on him at odds on right now. Look Away finished 2nd in the Great Wood Hurdle at Cheltenham last season. He's a front-running type, and maybe over the trip of 2 miles, he may be hard to catch and to reel in with his jumping ability. Lure de Sood also has decent course form after finishing 2nd in the County Hurdle at the Cheltenham Festival, and looked well in winning himself with his first novice chase start of the season at Stratford last month. At the prices, I couldn't turn my head away from Look Away at the time when I backed him, especially now that he's been halved in price from 8-1 to 4s. So I did back him at the right time, it looks like. I Look Away at 8-1, and I hope that price does reflect a winner. The Paddy Power Gold Cup Handicap Chase is the feature race of day 2, and I've selected and put money on Garlow at 12-1 a few days ago. He and the favourite Ginny's Destiny are both rated 155, but the fact Garlow had his reappearance run at Chepstow last month and ran well in 2nd suggests to me that he'll be very much ready for this race on Saturday. Ginny's Destiny, the market leader, is a very good horse in his own right and won at Cheltenham 3 times last season, but did come up short in both graded races come the end of the season. He did finish 2nd at the Turners behind Grey Dawning and 2nd in the Aintree novice chase behind Eleti Tomp at the Grand National meeting. He probably is the right favourite for the race, but due to Paul Nicholls' yard being in and out of form at the moment, it would put me off betting on Ginny's Destiny. It does look like Garlow, though, has been supported as well, being from 12-1 at the start of the week into 13-2 now, and I really like his chances. He won the race 2 years ago and is now a better horse as well. Others in the race, though, to note are Protectorate, will be carrying top weight In Excelsior's Day, it could go well for Harry Fry. Imagine is a good horse for Harry Durham. He could go well for the informed Harry Durham. And Fugitive, who loves running at the track as well. It's a brilliant race though, one that I really do love. And good luck if you're having a bet in it on Saturday. 2 races on Sunday to look at. Start off with the Southern Handicap Chase at 2:20. We currently have co-favourites of 3 horses at the moment. Matata, Liberty Hunter and Petit Tonnerre all at 4-1 at the moment. Calico is there at 92, who beat Matata at the October meeting over the course and distance last time out. I haven't backed any of these horses though for Sunday. I've put some money on an each way selection for Fergal O'Brien's new recruit, 3rd Time Lucky. Hopefully he will run, as he has been 584 days, I should say, off the track. Yet in that time, he has switched stables from Dan Skelton. He has a lot of ability, this horse. He won at Cheltenham twice in his novice chase campaign and did go off the boil afterwards since that season. He is a 16-1 each way selection and obviously has got some value in that price. I like his chances despite his price and hopefully he can get in the first 3. Fergal O'Brien has pinpointed this race in mind and is throwing him into the deep end for his first run for the stable, but must be showing some good signs at home. I mean, he wouldn't throw him into this deep race had he not been showing some decent signs at the yard. So I'm putting some money on a 16-1 each way selection here in 3rd Time Lucky. We then move on to the Greatwood Hurdle on Sunday, and I have had a bad week for news for the Greatwood Hurdle. I backed Teller the Name last weekend for John Joe O'Neill at 16-1 for the race. Only for the next day, on the Monday, he wasn't entered. He wasn't entered for the Greatwood Hurdle. The trainer didn't enter the horse and I lost some anti-post money. That was a big kick in the teeth for me, as I did think he really had a good chance. A big shame he's not to run, but it's not to be. I've got to move on. That said, now I do think, unsurprisingly, Dysart Enos for Fergal O'Brien, the long-term favourite for the Greatwood Hurdle, will probably and should go and win the race. Coming into the race off 131, she is very well treated and should be hard to beat. It's a competitive renewal. There are a whole host of horses in with a chance. The likes of Burdett Road, Go Dante, Under Control and Lump Sum. But they're all rated higher than Dysart Enos. I'll be surprised if she gets turned over here. She's very much the long-term, it's a long-term target for this horse. And I suspect she'll go and win it first time out this season. So it's time. Here are my best bets and naps for the whole meeting, the November meeting at Cheltenham this weekend. On Friday, I have one selection that will be part of my best bet. It's going to be Highland in the second race of the day. I do believe his course form on the drying ground will be more beneficial to him rather than Springwell Bay. On Saturday, I have 3 best bets. One will be Look Away in the Arkle Trial, who I backed at 8-1. Now generally 4-1, 92 at best if you can get that price. Then I really like Garlow's chances in the Paddy Power Gold Cup Handicap Chase. I think he's a good thing off 155 at 12-1. I backed him earlier in the week. But my nap of the entire meeting will be on Saturday, and it will be at 2:55 Saturday afternoon. Doyen Quest for Harry and Dan Skelton. It's a Class 2 handicap hurdler he'll be running in over 3 miles, and I think he's a good thing off 125. Second on his seasonal reappearance at Chepstow in the Silver Trophy. That form has already been boosted with horses in behind. He won at this level in the April meeting for Connections, and at 7-2, he is going to be my nap of the November meeting. That's Doyen Quest at 2:55 Saturday afternoon. Sunday, I'll put up 3rd Time Lucky as well at 16-1 as part of my best bets. And also, I like at 2:55 Sunday afternoon, another horse trained by Fergal O'Brien in Man of the People. He goes in the Holland Cooper Handicap Chase over 3 miles, 3 furlongs, and will love the ground. He won again. There was another horse I won in the April meeting off 130. He's gone up £7 since, and I don't think that's a harsh enough mark for him at the moment. So he's currently 137. I think that's quite lenient for him despite winning over the course and distance at the end of last season. I think he's got a great chance for Connections. So that's Man of the People on Sunday afternoon. He's my last best bet I'll give you for this weekend. One last thing to note, guys, is that I did reveal my first anti-post pick for the Cheltenham Festival earlier on today on YouTube Shorts. Take a look at that video if you wish. It's only a minute long. It's only a minute length video revealing who I'm siding with for the Cheltenham Festival. It's my first pick of 10, I should say. First pick of 10 for this season. It's a 10-1 price as well, nonetheless. So hopefully you guys can have a look at that. It's on YouTube Shorts on my podcast channel. Thanks for watching this video. If you are attending the November meeting, please enjoy. It's a brilliant meeting. The 3 days meeting at Cheltenham this weekend is going to be fantastic. I wish I was going, but I'm not this weekend. I'm just going to be watching on TV from my home. Like and subscribe to this video if you haven't already. Comment any selections you will be betting on this weekend and enjoy the meeting. I'll see you all next week.